All right, sorry we came in a little late there. It's because Mark was talking shit about people, and we don't want nobody to know who we were talking shit about. We were talking shit about people, and we don't want people to know that we're talking shit about them.
Yes, I agree.
Mark, they both have me banned, actually, blocked.
Really?
Both.
Both of those people.
How dare
I haven't seen posts from the dude that you mentioned, Chris, in probably 2 years, and that's
Oh, you're
Mark's
probably
fault.
blocked too, bro.
Oh yeah, that's Mark's fault. The reason why I'm blocked.
But I love
listen,
reading
man.
advice by someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're even typing.
Listen, man, listen. I'm always, without a doubt, gonna back Mark and Seth's play no matter what. No, even if it's at my own detriment, I'm going to back their play. So when Mark or Seth, or even Jacob for that matter, says something, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's right.
Correct.
Yeah, that is correct.
No. Well, I mean, Uncle Rico's nobody's favorite person anyway. So.
Uncle Rico. Oh man! So if you guys haven't noticed yet, we have the artist formerly known as Chris Lambrinides on the podcast today.
Hey, guys.
What up, Chris?
So that means we're probably not going to talk about window cleaning at all because Chris doesn't like it. Because Chris lives it all day. He's just like us. He's got to deal with the world that is window cleaning at all times, and sometimes you just want to talk about aliens and Jewish space lasers and shit. You know what I mean? You see those TikToks where people in China are like covering their roofs in blue vinyl? Have you seen that shit? It's dope.
I see a lot of that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
weird.
I'm getting a blue roof this summer. I'm trying. My mom's getting a new roof. I'm gonna try to talk her into getting a blue roof too, so we survive the Jewish laser storm that's coming up.
Aren't blue roofs just tarps? Or is that paint?
Yeah.
I had a blue roof for 6
I
months.
guess. Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're right, Chris. Yes, blue roofs are
I have a
tarps. That is definitely a
roof on
tarp.
my
My
house.
mom has got a blue roof right now.
Oh.
I've had blue roofs before.
As long as you've never had blue teeth, you're fine. That's an advanced stage of rot and decay.
Well, I got a couple stories if you want to be interesting. Nothing to do with window cleaning.
I want to hear it, Mark.
Okay,
we're here for it, buddy.
So this weekend, my wife and I go to Jacksonville to pick up JT and his girlfriend. He finished his welding course, and this was 9 months, and everything was going perfectly, okay? He calls me, I don't know, 10 days ago. He goes, Dad? Yeah. And he goes, the F-150 was in an accident. I'm like, everybody okay? And he's like, yeah. I go, what happened? He goes, some kid in the apartment complex, 12 years old, got in his mom's Suburban, started it up, threw it in reverse, and backed into it. Pushed it over the curb stop. So took out the tailgate, the bumper, and both sides of the bed. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And he goes, well, the good thing is she said she doesn't want to go through insurance, that she's going to pay. I go, well, no, that's not the way this is going to work. I go, you go get a police report. I go, look, I don't give a shit if she says she was driving, not her 12-year-old. I'm fine with that. I go, and then you get me her phone number. So he did all that. And I'm like, look, this is the way this is going to go. It'll be a couple weeks when we get back to Palm Beach. I'll get you 3 estimates. I go, and if you choose to pay it, that's fine. If you ghost me, if you don't take my calls, my emails, within 24 hours, it's going to be in the body shop with your insurance information. So I don't care. So we survive that. We go up Friday night after work. Saturday morning, pick up a U-Haul truck. Go to my son's and his girlfriend's apartment. Spend pretty much all day loading it up, boxing it up, his whole life.
Wait, your son lives with his girlfriend?
His girlfriend moved up there with him because she was going to go to school in Jacksonville, but that didn't work out. She didn't like the school, so she just worked, and he worked and went to school.
Man, little Tanner's a pimp. Go ahead, keep going, Mark.
Yeah, so I'll keep the drama out. I mean, there was a little drama, but anyway, so Saturday morning, Kate and I go pick up the U-Haul truck. We go to his apartment. Typically only a third of it's packed. We help him pack. We load it up. We're done at 3 o'clock, right? Truck's completely loaded. Nothing but They had to stay overnight for an inspection of the apartment. I take the truck back to the hotel. We stayed at a nice Hilton. Take the truck back to the hotel. Take the kids to dinner, the typical shit. Get back to the hotel at about 8:30. I'm on the third floor. I park my Bronco behind the U-Haul truck. At about 1 o'clock, I get up to go to the bathroom. I happen to look out the window. There's my Bronco with no U-Haul truck. Okay? They stole the whole fucking truck. Everything my
It
kid.
wasn't even a trailer, right? It was an actual truck.
No, the physical truck, like a van front with a 15-foot box on the back, the big fiberglass ones. So, Jacksonville's not a great place, and it took 4 hours for the police to show up. No trackers in U-Haul vans, so pretty much everything he owns is gone. So, of course, we came home Sunday, and they went on a shopping spree, got him a bed, and, he had no clothing. The only clothing he was wearing, the only saving grace to him was he loaded his gaming computer and his welding gear into his pickup truck that was smacked. So that didn't go. But, I mean, they got a bunch of used furniture and a washer and dryer and toaster oven and stupid shit, But it sucks, every piece of clothing he owned was in that truck. And we still haven't heard.
Insurance on the U-Haul that'll cover that?
Yeah. Well, I only speak for myself when I say this. I've rented a car a handful of times, and they're always like, "Do you want that additional insurance?" And I'm like, "No, fuck that. I got good insurance." Well, Kate goes, "We got to drive this truck like 500 miles. Why don't we get the insurance? It's only like 50 or 60 bucks. I'm like, get the insurance." And the insurance covered. Now, in reading the contract, I'm glad we did, because we were completely responsible for that truck. Mm-hmm. Okay, meaning exactly what happened. If someone busts the steering column out and breaks it's on me. That's a minimum of $1,500 right there.
My cousin rents U-Hauls, and
don't.
If you're going a long distance, do not get that insurance. You get that insurance.
Yeah. So
I can understand if you're moving from your grandma's house like down the road like a couple blocks, then maybe not get it. But if you're gonna have that motherfucker overnight or something, you better get that insurance, man.
The fucked up thing is, though, because we finished loading it. I drove over to Home Depot or whatever. I bought a padlock for the back of it. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea, because they could have. They're on camera. There's cameras at the hotel, but what does that show? A couple guys in hoodies breaking into a U-Haul truck. And my Bronco was right behind it. So if I didn't put a padlock on it, they probably would have destroyed my truck trying to get shit out of there if they were willing to do that in the parking lot of the hotel.
Right.
But it's probably sitting somewhere in Jacksonville unloaded and waiting for someone to call it in when they see it, just sitting there. Never a dull moment.
Hey, somebody has a question. Henry Morales asks, "Hey, glad to see the new max water units. Will there be an upgrade or better ROs for the smaller units, such as the Atom, for more portable units?" So, are you gonna have the better RO membranes for the Atom as well? Because I those new RO membranes that you sent me are fucking awesome.
What are they, higher flow?
Yes.
Yeah, they're technically Axion XE3s. We have them just labeled as zero high flow membranes, and they're now in all systems except the Atoms. I think they probably won't hit the Atoms until the fall.
Okay.
They just are releasing the smaller 21-inch versions.
I'm
later.
filling my 50-gallon tank on the back of my truck in like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? It's fucking.
Yeah, they're good. They're real good.
They were. And I took the Zero Pure, the Revolution Max. I don't. It's a really long name, the thing that I have, and it actually shoots out further than the other ones.
I have a question.
You can definitely
Chris,
tell.
Maybe you can answer this. Does a lower pressure membrane take out less than the same size of a higher pressure membrane? Less solids.
Wait, say that again?
Does a lower pressure membrane, such as the new ones you're using, does that remove less contaminants due to the fact that it's lower pressure, or just because it's higher flow.
No, it can operate at a low. It's capable of operating at a lower incoming pressure and giving you better results.
So it does the same. Like
Totally, yeah.
my membranes at home run like 160 psi, but that's obviously 220. I was just wondering, like, if the lower pressure membranes, so they perform the same, they're able to run at a lower pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, membrane technology is pretty awesome now. They're coming a long way. Basically, like if you're going to buy a membrane, just whatever you do, don't go to Amazon and buy a $99 membrane because it's going to suck. It's not going to be made for that purpose. Look. If you're going to buy anything, look for the Axion XE3 now.
Yeah, and that's a 40-inch.
Yeah.
So, well, the question was, sorry, TJ, do they make an XE3 in like a 20-inch membrane for the juniors?
It will not be out to August.
Okay. So, but they are planning to make it.
It's coming.
Okay.
I can tell you guys from experience that you can definitely tell. I mean, instantly. Definitely tell the difference. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I've let my tank overflow like 3 times so far. Because I'm like, wow, I'm like doing a task that normally I'm like, all right, I'll be fine. Then I walk outside and my truck's pouring water everywhere.
Yeah,
it's like, oh.
You've only done that 3 times? I've done that about 55
No.
times.
Listen. No. Don't get it twisted, bro. I have legitimately went to fill up the truck, fallen asleep, wake up 2 hours later, and I have watered the entire neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, dead ass.
I know.
Mark, man, I'm so happy to hear your son graduated welding school. That's super good.
Dope, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to start playing around this weekend with a few things. Buying a metal brake so I can build tanks and stuff that.
What kind of metal brake?
I was looking at the Grizzly one because my buddy has it. I don't need an industrial one.
Is it going to be pneumatic or?
No, it'll be manual.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the pneumatic ones and stuff, they're nice, but you're talking about 10,
bending,
11,
you're talking about doing things out of aluminum, correct?
Yeah, it'll bend sheet metal, but it's really best with like 3/16 or gauge aluminum.
I was gonna say you can't really bend aluminum sheets, can you? It'll crack, won't it?
Yeah, up to 4 foot wide.
Oh, okay.
Up to 4 foot wide.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, yeah,
So you can make something with like 3 seams on it if you wanted to.
Yes.
Dude, that's fucking cool, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can make a full square
with
1 weld and then 2 end caps.
Right.
Done.
3 seams. Yeah. That's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We do a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's like one tool I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I only use it every now and again, it's cool to have. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can make a little profit off it and then have it added to your arsenal, like, why the hell not have it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing the only way that skid that I have could be better is if it was made out of aluminum. That's the only
I'd
thing.
agree to that.
You know what I mean?
After
the only thing that would make it better.
These things do what they do out in the weather for 5 years now, I'm
You've not seen the condition of mine, have you?
No.
I'll send you some pictures tomorrow.
I'm sure. Well, I know Seth still looks new because it sits inside of a van.
Yeah, mine's in the bed of a pickup truck.
In the back of a truck now for about 9 months.
Oh yeah.
That van, that thing was awesome. I had that for 2 years. Some lady sideswiped me.
Oh really?
And took out the back quarter panel, and they offered me $7,000 more for the van than I paid for it. So I went, yeah, sure, that sounds good. I guess they don't make that truck anymore, the ProMaster City, that little van. So it was like kind of in demand, I guess, for like HVAC stuff.
Yeah.
So some company offered me. I was like, yeah, cool.
Dodges are fucking
made
junk.
$7,000 off of it. Yeah, I was like, sweet.
Dodges are fucking trash.
I mean, that thing.
Listen, I'm sure it's great and everything, but I'm just, as a general statement, if you drive a Dodge, it's a piece of shit and you know it.
Especially that one that's called Creep Master, because that is a creepy little fucker
fucking
there.
tick machines. That's all those fuckers do is knock or fucking the paint peels off of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. My
Dodges are trash. I remember
a Durango.
everybody used to
That's
around town used to have those Dodge Neons and shit, and just to see them driving around, they'd be like the fucking paint rolling off them.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Headlights fog
Dodge
up at
Neon
6
doors
months.
would fall
Yeah.
off 'em.
Huh?
I remember people had Dodge Neons, the doors would fall off.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
You were
buddy
certified.
Jason.
I saw a dude driving a Dodge Neon. He had like 3 baby mamas and like 6 kids. That's
Right.
every guy ever owned a Dodge.
My buddy Jason had a Dodge Neon, one of those SVTs. That was a fast car, man.
Yeah.
That was a really nice car. But I mean, the paint peels off of them. You know what I mean? They're shit.
Yeah.
They're
From
junk.
the speed.
The trucks, the Ram trucks are not Dodges anymore. They're Rams, but it's still those are hunks of dog shit.
The Cummins
Sorry.
is a good motor. You know,
The Cummins, yeah, that's the only thing good about it is the motor. Everything else is
it's a hell
fucking
of an
shit.
engine. Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least around here, the ones I see around here are awful.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, Seth, how busy are you guys up there?
Busy.
You feel like it's peaked yet?
I don't know. This year's been really weird, man. I'm gonna set a record this month, and I set one last month for us, with less advertisement than I did last year. So I don't know what's going on.
You feel like it started early?
We didn't really have a winter here. You know what I mean? I think I had like 10 inches of snow all year.
Right.
Because I started March 4th, and I usually don't start till like second or third week in
Same.
March normally.
Same.
And we were like full go. Well, we do power washing too, so the spring is like really good for us for that. Like I don't got to worry about plants, like people's patio furniture. It's like it's nice.
I feel like we started like 4 weeks earlier than we should have.
I normally, especially
I think
around here, I'm never pressure washing in March. And this year, I had the first 2 weeks of March. I mean, just about every date was a house wash. I mean, it way earlier than normal. Way earlier.
It was weird. I mean, again, that's the only reason I loved house washing. It just extended the beginning of my season. And by the time all the rain stops and people don't want like power washing anymore, window cleaning's like in full effect by like, mid-May.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking right now I'm booked into like legitimately like 6 days a week booked into like this third week of June right now.
It's awesome.
No, it's not. It kind of sucks because like
When it's that far out.
I'm losing a couple of people here and there because I can't fucking fit them in. You know what I mean? And
Dude, it's better than being slow, man.
I agree, but just not getting the missing out on a few new customers kind of sucks though. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind a few new ones. You know what I mean?
You can't leave yourself like a buffer day, crank a couple prices.
I mean, I think once Uriah's out of school, my life will be a lot easier. You know what I mean? And I can do a little more than I am. I could probably get maybe a third or fourth house on the day. You know what I mean? I could probably do that. Which is normally what I do, but it's this year. It just seems just like I said, just starting early. It was a little overwhelming. I have to be honest. I'm a little overwhelmed right now with work.
Good.
Yeah, it's. I think having your Google listing back, all that kind of stuff.
Oh well, yeah, that's
like
definitely changed. That's definitely changed things, but
See what they did.
From like the last 3 years, I'm way ahead of where I was the last 3 years. Google listing and not Google listing and then Google listing again. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I'm a lot busier than I've ever been. I'm not exactly sure the reasoning for that. I don't know if maybe... I mean, I'm not winning every bid, so my prices seem to be right. But I'm fucking like they'll like poo-poo my price and then call me back 2 days later. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's a good thing to track. It's like, so me and my brother were like old school fantasy baseball guys in like 02 to 07, like back when you would like handwrite shit out and then you'd upload it to the internet and like you'd come up with like all these stupid nerdy baseball formulas. Well, now my brother's done that for window cleaning.
Yeah.
So like every week I have like conversion rates and the money thing. And he's like, take this, add that, and you see, he's using his useless knowledge for something good.
I'm not smart enough for that.
his favorite thing to do is like nerd out and do numbers. So I'm like, sweet, keep doing that. So yeah, it's like I've seen the conversion just over the past couple of years. I've seen the change at least from 2020 to me doesn't count, but 2021 on, it definitely seems to be an influx for the service industry, at least for what we do.
Yeah.
So, and in my range.
Stack that money. The collapse is coming, guys. It's election.
Yeah.
I was saying something to I think it was Seth and Mark last week. It was the last week after the show. The amount of people paying me cash, and which has led to tips. I might add, like I've been getting some really awesome tips this year, but I don't know if it's maybe because I'm high on edibles, so I'm like really, really good at like I'm really proficient. You know what I mean? Like I'm fucking out there grinding, dog.
Either that or you're running around like a maniac, dude, and they feel bad for you.
Dude, I'm serious. My shoulders are really bothering me, man. It's my age is starting to catch up with me, so I'm fucking. You know what I mean? I get up in the morning and pop an edible. You know what I mean? And I just fucking killing shit. You know what I mean? Like
joint for the day,
dude. No. I've been leaving the smokables. I've left.
No, I mean like joint lube, like for your joints.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Fucking out of my mind, dude.
Maybe customers are just detecting your good vibe, man.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I have been overly nice. I will say that.
I'm sure.
How could you not?
But the amount of people paying with cash is alarming.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like people it's almost like people are like fucking like they don't want to put none of their money in the bank or something. You know what I mean? Like they just have this abundance of cash laying around, and these are people that I've been working for years. You know what I mean? This isn't like new customers. These are, I mean, some of them are, but these are people that normally pay by check, or they'll send me their, the credit card will send me a check, whatever type of deal. They've been paying cash. Strange. And I'm not asking for it. But
no,
I think people are keeping cash on hand, man.
I think so too, Chris.
Smart to do. I think if you, in my house, I'm like my grandfather. My grandfather hid money in the walls. And when he died, we found about $5,000 worth of money he had hidden around the house that he either forgotten was there. I didn't know it was in the house, and I get a little bit of that from him.
My Aunt Betty, she lived right down the street from my mom. My Aunt Betty used to keep they didn't have a bank account. She put all her money in her mattress.
Oh, shit.
And she used to joke all the time, if the house catches on fire, I'm going to leave Bob, that's her husband, in the house and grab the mattress first. Because that's where all their fucking money is, in the mattress, you know what I mean? Some people are weird like that, dude. Some people are weird like that. Well, my grandma used to keep money like cash on hand, but she used to stick it in between the mattress and shit.
Yeah, I think having a little cash in hand makes sense if something goes wrong.
I try to keep a hundy at least in my wallet, folded up in the back there. It's usually sometimes more. I think there's like 500 or 600 folded up in my wallet now. Like you got the little secret compartment for your moonies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hoard things for the collapse when it comes to the Civil War that's bound to happen. I've got enough ammunition to get me more ammunition. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're going to have more of an online Civil War than an actual in-person Civil War.
I would prefer it not to be like that. We've been doing that for 4 years. Let's do something a little more hands-on.
A little more violent.
Let's do something a little more violent, a little more hands-on. Let's do some hand-to-hand fucking combat. You know what I mean? Let's do some fucking,
Dude, I don't know about hand-to-hand. Have you ever seen those videos? And they're usually like in Europe or whatever, where these protesters show up and they come in with this water truck that can shoot somebody 100 yards.
Yeah,
that to me, dude, I have never seen that.
I like it when their clothes get blown off.
Miles an hour.
I like it when their clothes get blown off and they're getting water cannoned with like bare ass. That's fucking gangster, dude. Because some of that water's going up their ass. You know what I mean?
That bitch is sliding across the asphalt. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Speaking of sliding across the asphalt, so my cousin, his daughter, just graduated from the Ohio State University, right? And they all go to the Horseshoe, the football stadium, right, for the for the graduation ceremony. After all the kids walked out, a woman fell or jumped and died from the tower at the Horseshoe, the Buckeye Stadium.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
And they just went along like graduating. You know what I mean? They just like, all right, cool. You know, here's your diploma and shit. You know how
Maybe
fucking.
somebody pushed her.
I don't know. He wasn't. He was unsure. I forgot to look it up. I should have looked it up for the show. But yeah, some woman committed suicide or accidentally fell at the graduation, splat on the concrete,
Or was killed.
or was killed. It could have been Jewish space lasers. Also, she should have wore the blue dress. Is what she should have done. She should have wore the blue dress.
My sister got her master's from state school here, and they had it at Gillette Stadium.
Uh-huh.
I will tell you, parents get fucking blackout drunk for their kids' graduations, at least there. So I could see people tripping or falling or doing something stupid because I was shocked at the concession stands at a college graduation.
I was sober at both my daughter's graduations because I'm not a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, man. I was sitting there and I watched the guy behind me. He must have had 10 beers in like 3 hours. It was just bored behind me. We're at a college graduation. Chill out, man. Take pictures and hang out.
So it was like 75 today. Tomorrow it's going to be 57. What a fucking... I love Ohio.
It was like 90 here today.
Ohio's awesome. Ohio's such a great state. Jacob, the guy that eats fucking Easter eggs like fucking sunflower seeds is on. I've got to add him to the podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be 53 and 54 the next 4 days, and then it's 70. That's all it does. It's either rains or it's 70. And I'm like, this is the worst. I don't know why I live where I live.
What do you mean?
The money.
Yeah, well, it's crazy. It just came out, like, some stupid study came out. It's like, I live in the most expensive state for, like, a family of 4. It's, like, higher than Hawaii here right now, which is kind of nuts.
Be cooler to be in Hawaii, bro.
I know.
I don't know, dude. Jewish space lasers, that's real close to the Jewish space lasers.
My son lived in
I don't know, dude.
Hawaii for almost a year, but they don't really take kind to us. The Hawaiians they're pretty nasty to us white gringos.
Yeah, man, they don't want us messing up their cool place, probably.
Right, they don't want us bringing their trash over there.
Man, how would you feel if people moved into your hometown, and then fucking like pushed you out of land you've been living on your entire fucking life, and then they built like some.
I lived that in 1980s in Miami.
Man, shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'm like an hour out of New York City, and I'm in all like the Facebook groups around town here. So there's constantly people from the city like thinking of moving to the area. I'm just like, it sucks.
No, it's
not good.
Constantly thinking it like, it fucking blows. It blows. You don't want to come here.
Yeah. Don't come here. It sucks.
That's what happened during COVID here. So many people from Michigan and New York moved into my area, and it fucking sucks. They walk around, they're like, why is this different than where I'm from? I'm like, that's the allure. It wasn't the shithole you came from.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Why do you want to change it? I don't get it.
Yeah, I like literally see bears hair every single day, and it's the main thing they complain about in all the Facebook groups. There's bears everywhere. Isn't anybody going to do anything about it? No, we live amongst the bears. There's bears everywhere.
Where they fucking live.
Yeah.
Just like we live amongst the alligators here. They're not going to do anything about them.
Yeah, they don't mess with you.
They don't bother you.
Oh man, yeah, I'm living in Q-tip season. It's like all the people who've been where Mark has been all winter are slowly coming back and driving 25 miles an hour.
Jacob, you look more retarded than usual.
Thanks, man.
It looks like you took a shower with your clothes on, Jacob.
No, man. Whenever I got home, my wife left the sprinklers on. I had to turn them off.
Is that how you shower?
Customer who needed to take a shower?
Yeah, I shower with all my clothes on and my undergarments and everything.
You get an extra 50
And so, like, whenever I bathe myself, I also wash my clothes. I like kind of
listen, just because you're green and Mark isn't doesn't mean anything. You're trying to save the environment.
Yeah, you're lowering your carbon footprint.
Yeah,
I'm
dude. Yeah,
for it, brother.
don't let Mark get you down, dude.
I can't get down on Mark's level.
Yeah, that's
even if I get down on my knees, I'm still taller than him.
Oh, short joke.
You should be used to that on your knees.
Insert short joke here.
Ooh.
You know what we should all do right now? Listen, I got an idea. I got an idea what everyone should do right now, and you guys can veto me on this if you want. But all of us should take the sleeves off of our T-shirts right now. I think this podcast would be a lot cooler.
The sleeveless edition?
Yeah.
We're not mentally ill, TJ. We can't do that.
I don't know.
That was like the time we did Jersey on and we all brought gallon jugs of water.
Yeah, dude,
it took like half each podcast and you realize we all had gallon jugs of water.
It wasn't. I wasn't Jersey. I thought it was Alex. I don't
Maybe
know. We got
Alex.
one of them. We got one of them
with the gallon jug guy.
Yeah, I think Alex is the one we did the gallon jugs of water. Yeah.
And I can't mess with Jersey anymore. I don't think he's mad at me anymore.
Oh,
finally.
Yeah.
It only took a couple months.
Don't mess that up.
Yeah, just took a couple months of me not making videos, making fun of him.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I can understand why he'd be upset, but dude, they're so good though. They're so good. Your TikToks in Jersey are so good.
That's the reason to be upset.
Yeah. They're so good. What's up with
Man,
Alex?
I can't believe it took 29 minutes for Philip to get a plug-in.
Listen.
29 minutes.
He's really working on things, dude. But
he ran. Speaking of Philip, I got like a message. I got a Facebook message from him at like 3 a.m, trying to send me a freaking ad for a freaking solar cleaning panel. And I'm like, what the old man?
Listen, man. The whole like fucking pole thing. It's just like it's all been done already. You know what I mean? It's
you're not reinventing the wheel.
What are you doing? What are you gonna do with a pole now? You know what I mean? Besides just make a good one that has a good warranty and like good customer service. You know what I mean? That's all you can really do anymore. I mean, pretty much the bar was raised and now it's kind of leveled off. You know what I mean? They tried the round ones and the triangular ones, and from what I understand from what Luke said about his Unger pole, he's not a big fan of the shape. It kind of hurts his hand a little bit because it's like oblong kind of, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like an egg.
Is it shaped like the Home Depot version?
I don't know.
It's almost like a...
I see a triangle one coming out soon. So it's a literal triangle.
Yeah. Like I said.
Yeah, but who would want to... First of all, I don't understand this whole clamp spinning thing. I don't have that problem with my poles.
It's not a thing anymore. It's been that was
the clamps have all been improved, and why not have something that's comfortable in your hands? You know what I'm saying?
I have Chris's clamps on my pole, and they work great.
Yeah, we got new clamps coming out in a month. They're so good.
You got new clamps coming?
Yeah.
They're even more gooder?
Even better, yeah.
They're gooder than more?
Mo better.
They're mo good?
They're mo better.
Do you have do you sell the replacement like end defenders?
Yeah, man, we sell everything.
Okay. So I need to cut like an inch off of my Squeegee Life pole and like put new end defenders on. I've wore like 45-degree angles into every section. I use the shit out of that pole, man. I love that fucking thing. You should be able to
like heat it up and pull it out. You could break the epoxy.
What I'm saying is the pole body itself is like there is no end defender. It's wore off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been used.
Dude, let me tell you something. There is absolutely nothing worse than a carbon fiber splinter.
Yeah,
I had one in my thumb, and we could not get it out. I went online, and carbon fiber under a microscope is actually barbed. That's why it breaks off when you try to pull it out. I had like a half-inch long splinter. Finally, I took an X-Acto knife and told my wife, cut it. I'm done with this thing. It's lighting me up every time I use it. What?
Will you turn the light off in the chicken coop when you come to bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Are they in the cage?
They put themselves to bed.
Okay, good. All right. We got chickens now.
Get in your cage.
Many years, I used to open like personally all the carbon fiber pole boxes that came in every week. Like my project, and I was so petrified of carbon fiber splinters. I was like the first touch on all of them. Like And man, I got pricked a few times. It's no joke. Those things will work their way to your heart.
Yeah, and they go in, and if you can get the tail of it, it usually breaks off. I went and bought these real pointy ass tweezers and everything, and man, it just would not. It finally swelled up enough and started to get infected where it was open enough to go in there and yank it out. It was brutal. I tried that silver salve.
There's end defenders on all of the Squeegee life poles, Mike. On every section. That was my idea. No, actually, it was Chris's. He's like,
good idea.
Yeah, Chris is smart and I'm not.
It can be done. It's like,
but not all. Yeah.
It's if. Price,
Jacob,
cost, weight equation.
Yeah, Jacob drinks hot dog water, according to Mike. Jacob smells like hot dog water. You can't tell me you don't smell like wet bologna right now.
What does wet bologna smell like?
That's what all those fat guys smell like.
First of all, I don't eat bologna. Bologna's not in my house.
Bologna is good.
No, it's not.
Yes, there are occasions where bologna is good.
There's
bologna at like a German deli, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say if you get like legit bologna from a deli, it's okay. But like these people buying this Oscar Mayer freaking bologna, or like the bologna that's got the red ring around it.
Oh, Gwaltney, that's the worst.
Listen, so you're gonna tell me that you're not all of the people on this panel right now did not at one point have their hunger satiated by some Oscar Mayer bologna in their life? Is that what you're going to try to tell me, you guys?
Yeah.
Dude, I take Jacob for like an olive loaf guy, not bologna.
That's even worse.
I think Jacob seems more like a chip chop ham kind of guy. You know what I mean?
If you're from the South, you know what South is.
Oh yeah, pig parts.
Spam, baby. My grandma used to eat spam. She used to like, our treat to my grandma was like, we're going to have spam and eggs. I'm like, hell no. You and grandpa can have that shit. I'm not having it.
What's that stuff, Jacob? You know what it is, probably called scrapple.
Yeah, it's brains. It's pig brains and scrambled eggs. Oh. My great-grandmother used to eat that.
Oh.
I like scrapple.
No. I like the game scrapple.
You don't eat that, Chris.
I've eaten scrapple before.
What? Stop it. You don't have to lie to make friends. Jacob already likes you, Chris. You don't have to say that you like it.
Scrapple.
We have a lot of Brazilians that live here, so chicken hearts are really common to eat. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Listen, I've had fried bologna with cheese. I've had fried bologna. I've had government cheese. I'll have you know.
Yeah.
I went to the corner store with a book of food stamps and bought annihilators and packs of cigarettes from my mom. Dude, listen, I know about poor is. You know what I'm saying? She was like, here's a book of food stamps. You and the boys go up here and get some candies and shit. While you're up there, here's a note. Grab me a pack of Marlboros. I'm like, all right, cool, Mom.
Here's a note.
Mom, love you.
We go get us some Fagos, some annihilators, some Mallow cups. You know what I mean? Some watermelon heads.
Mallow cup in like 30 years. That shit was good.
Yep. Charleston chews. Big dog.
Man, I got a pack of cigarettes like I don't know, a month ago when I was away. It was so good. So good. I couldn't believe it. I've been having fantasies. Like, all right, I just smoke one cigarette per day, every day after dinner. That's like 552 packs before I die. Right. That wouldn't be too bad. Could I really just have one a day? I just couldn't believe how good it was. It had been like 20 years since I smoked.
So were you able to not do it again?
Oh, Chris is not going to.
I haven't bought it anymore. Wow, I've been thinking about it every day.
Yeah.
Me too, brother.
That'll pass, man. That'll pass.
Yeah.
I gotta quit
Seth,
for.
me and Seth.
I made a deal with my wife. I would quit on my 40th birthday, so I am gonna live it up the night before and smoke as many cigarettes so I'm sick, and then I won't want to smoke for a week.
You're just gonna take the whole pack and put them all in your mouth and
just light it. And,
I tried. My aunt had. My aunt and uncle used to get on me about smoking all the time. My uncle's passed now, but he used to get on me about smoking all the time, and he was always like, "You didn't start smoking a pack at a time. You started smoking one cigarette at a time. And the way to quit is just smoke one less cigarette every day. You know what I mean?" Yeah. So I tried that. It worked, but I just, continue to smoke cigarettes because I'm a fucking idiot.
That's not how you quit. There's a 5-year plan to quit. Year 4, you dump down to corncob pipes. Year 3, you dump down to chewing tobacco. Year 2, you dump down to Zins. And
Jennifer would never have the chewing tobacco thing. I used to dip when I worked construction because smoking cigarettes on a construction site was a no-no. So, you can't be climbing through rafters and shit with a lit cigarette. You know what I mean? So you'd much rather put your hand in dip spit. You know what I mean? Why not that instead? You know what I mean?
I dipped for years. I love it.
Yeah, it's the best. I just talking about it right now. It's got me like, man, some Kodiak wintergreen in my shit right here.
Long cut.
Long cut, baby. Kodiak wintergreen. That's what I used to chew.
Years.
Huh?
I quit for 6 years, and when Scott was born, because I didn't want a kid in one hand and a spit cup in the other, and I braved it out. I did it for 6 years.
Just gut it, son.
And then one day I come home. And there's a can of dip on the counter. So I'm like, what's this all about? And she's like, you're being an asshole. You're jumping at the kids. You're freaking miserable. Take a dip. I grabbed the can. I looked at it and I threw it away. The next day, I was having a bad day in business. I stopped at the 7-Eleven, grabbed a can. It was like the angels sing. Oh, and I've been on it again ever since.
My mom just said here in the fucking chat, I quit. It's been 2 weeks for me. My mom can just quit smoking.
Yeah.
Like she would smoke for years and then she's like, you know what? I'm not going to smoke anymore. And then just quit for 2 fucking years, quit smoking. And then start smoking again. I went to jail for almost 90 days. I was in the county jail. And the first thing that I did when I got out, you want to know what it was? Smoked a fucking cigarette like a fucking idiot. I could have been totally done with them right there.
Yep.
You weren't smoking in there? There's not cigarettes available?
No, you can't. Not in the county, bro. You get an orange jumpsuit and some fucking shitty flip flops. That's it.
Is it true?
Last time.
Fucking 3 months. What the fuck?
Yeah, 3 months sucks.
Jacob, what kind of light do you have on in your room right now?
Just a regular ceiling light.
You should turn it off.
Fucking
boom!
Baby,
look at that.
Knocking everything off, man.
Now he's not shiny anymore. Yeah.
Well, kind of.
He's not as shiny as he was, and also his hairline is his baldness isn't showing. And I'm just looking out for my buddy, man. I'm looking out for my buddy. He didn't look. He normally's got a hat on. You know what I mean? I want him to look good on camera. That's all. Fuck you guys.
Right?
I got one of those buddies, man. He looks like he has a full head of hair. He gets in my pool. I'm like, damn.
So listen. So 2 years ago, I told Jennifer.
Look like Noob Saibot.
Yeah, I told.
You look like you're about to tell P. Diddy touched you or something.
Yeah. I told my mom and Jennifer, I'm like, listen, I was like, shaving my head, it's a choice. I just choose not to fucking have fucking hair. I don't like doing nothing with it. You know what I mean? I hate paying for the barber or whatever. I can grow my hair back anytime I want. And they're like, oh yeah, whatever. So I'm like, fuck it. I just let my hair grow. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing myself from the front. So I'm like, I'm legit and I'm feeling fine and everything. And then, it got to a certain length, and I was like, I'm going to go get a haircut. And I was like, so I told you I'd grow my hair back, and Jennifer took a picture of me from behind, and then I thought it was my Uncle Larry. You know what I mean? I had my uncle, I was fucking the whole top of my head, you could see my scalp. I'm like, God damn You know, I was so pissed. Damn! Huh?
It's like where you had your yarmulke?
Yeah, Jacob, it was bad, bro. It was embarrassing as fuck. I was like, so, like, I really can't grow my hair anymore. That sucks.
I remember when
one day.
I took a shower.
I should have known my grandpa and my uncle had the Mr. Smithers. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
The
dude.
tuck.
Yeah. Go ahead, Seth. What were you saying?
No, I remember I took a shower at 23. I was clean. I'm like, man, there's a lot of hair in there. And like here just was like gone. Just took a shower one day and I was like, what the fuck happened? My dad's like, I knew that was coming. He's like, your grandfather happened. It happened to me. He's like, you're going to get the widow's peak, man. And I was like, fuck.
Looks like Chris doesn't have to worry about that.
Chris is good.
Chris is good.
Chris
has got good genetics.
I'm like right on the verge of turning gray. In the sun you can see it really coming in.
Are you just gonna rock with it?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
I mean, I had a shaved head for like 15 years. My wife just hates it, so she like.
But I mean, you're cool with the salt and pepper. You're not gonna just for men that shit, are you?
No.
God, dude, because I would totally disown you if you did that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Definitely not doing that. Like every friend I have is like gray already. Like I'm the last one hanging out.
So you're the young looking buck guy in the group. That's good.
I'm old, man. I'm old.
I don't know. You besides Mark, you look younger than me and Seth and Jacob.
Yeah.
We look like
I'm
shit.
47.
I'm 45.
Yeah.
You look way better than I do, Chris.
No, I started going gray about 4 years ago. Started getting it all on the sides here. And then the part that sucks now is it's gray here and then just here. So when you have red facial hair, then you have a patch of gray hair. It looks crazy when it gets long now.
I won't ever know about gray hairs because I don't have any hair, so I'm good, dude. You know what I mean?
You'll just get them in your beard.
I found there's a couple.
You can't grow a beard.
There's a couple white ones in my goatee, but that's it. Yeah, we know, Jacob.
Here, dude.
You fucking.
Oh man.
Pork
my wife
chop
likes
in a
that
fucking
right there.
sandwich, fat ass.
Pork chop, I see is you.
I like pork chops.
Arsenal Puff Man talking some shit over here, dude. Quiet, Jacob.
You sit there and shut up and drink sideways.
I can't. I have a
neck over here. What did you say the other day about his neck from Nicholas Mountain or some shit?
Yeah.
We can't talk about that, dude. That was in a private group chat.
From Nicholas Mountain.
I wouldn't talk shit like that on here.
Yeah, it was. It was on here, fool.
That was so fucking. No, it wasn't. It was in the private chat.
Yeah, it was in the chat. Yeah, we were talking shit to each other about having Squidward heads.
Yeah. And then he went to like the Nicholas Mountain, like Escape from Nicholas Mountain or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, actually.
Oh my god.
Hey, if we're gonna bring it up.
Hey, you might as well just look at it and see, because I'm pretty sure it was really good. Our chat's pretty bad. I said I had to mute it.
I said Nicolas Cage is going to make a National Treasure 3 Escape from Neck Mountain. And he's like, "Oh, he's talking about you." I'm like, well.
I was driving down the road when my phone. Yeah, I looked at. I seen the green message box. It had like 10. Notifications on it. I already know what that is. When I see that many, I know it's these guys. So I open it up. I'm sitting at a stoplight. I see Nicolas Cage, and I almost pissed myself laughing. I had to pee so bad. I don't know. It could be like I don't know. It could be an old guy thing, but man, there's been a couple of times this month where I thought I almost pissed I was like, I'm getting ready to pee my pants.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like
you can't hold it the way you used to.
Nah, man. Like, normally I'd be like, fuck, pinch her off, get the 5/8 Peter clamp out, and fucking I'm good all day, you know what I mean? But,
I started feeling
old. I've been to the bathroom so much lately, it's crazy.
Do you go at night?
So if I really, monitor my water intake, I'll only get up twice. I'll get up at, 3. I'll get up at, maybe, midnight and 3.
Really?
But not much comes out. It's a little trickle.
Oh, dude, I have to piss insane every night at 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I just fucking run downstairs. I'm like, this is a new thing. It only started like 2-3 months ago. I was like, fuck, is this the rest of my life? I have to get up in the middle of the night and pee? I'm like, this sucks.
I got this fucked up thing where if I have to pee real bad, I'll have a dream that I'm going to piss.
And then you pee on your old lady?
No, I don't pee.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You want to ask
about something too, because you're drinking all this extra water to stay hydrated. You know, you're like, you feel like you're going to be dehydrated. So you're just drinking a ton. You're going all the time.
I have to get up but when I have to get up super early in the morning for a job, I will drink a shitload of water because I know I'll get up because I have to piss.
Yeah.
That's like an Indian thing, right?
No, it's the truth, man.
That's like Indians needing to get up for war.
Okay, dude, it works.
I'll tell you what.
It works. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It works.
Dude,
fuck
if you get
dude.
up. If you wake up, the first thing you do, obviously after you pee, is drink an entire bottle of water, ice cold, down it. Before you take your morning shower, you will pee all fucking day. At least I do. It's amazing.
Oh, dude.
It's got to be ice cold?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate cold water. Oh, God.
Yeah, I drink room temperature water.
I don't know why. It like upsets my stomach if I like chug cold water. I'm like, I don't like this.
You and Jacob are a couple of fucking pussies, man.
Dude, chug like, I don't know, like 3 pint glasses worth of water.
I never said I won't drink it. I just said I don't like.
So can you not shotgun a beer, Seth?
I can shotgun a beer.
It hurts my tummy if I do water, though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
no.
Like
anything that's good for you, like water, you can't handle. The fucking motherfucker can sit there and just fucking double fist fucking Bud Light.
Like I was a little kid again. It was fucking fun. Yeah, I can drink beer.
Sideways drinking.
He'll funnel a 40.
Wait. We're not going to do the anytime you want to shotgun some beers thing because I specifically remember doing like 15 or 16 push-ups and you never drank the beer you were supposed to drink.
Oh, I tried to because you also warned me. You're like, please don't drink 15 or 16 beers on the podcast because I got through about 9. Yeah. And you're like, no more.
You guys are talking shit. You guys are talking shit.
It was 2 hours.
Like a push-up beer contest thing?
Yeah, he did it on
Tim and Seth said there's no way you can do more than 5 push-ups in a row. I was like, every push-up I fucking do, you guys have to drink a beer. And they were like, you're on. And I rocked out fucking, how many, Seth? Like
15
or 16, just rocked them out. You know, I could have done more, but I was like, I'm not going to have these 2 goofballs drinking fucking case of beer on the podcast.
Yeah.
And Tim was begging me to stop. So, that's too many. I was like, all right, dude.
I do remember you saying the next day, you're like, dude, my fucking shoulders are killing me.
I can't clean today.
So what?
Have you guys had Tim on lately? I haven't seen him forever.
Tim was on
3 months ago?
Right after we came back.
Last time me and Seth weren't here, which was, I think, like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it was just before March Madness. March Madness, just before.
Yeah.
Tim was on for a little bit. He seems to be doing pretty good right now. You know what I mean?
Good.
Cleaning windows. You know what I mean? Like we all are. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made some cool Squeegee Life TikToks I saw the other day.
Our Squeegee Life towel TikToks.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I seen that.
Nah, I mean.
So, Chris, anything cool coming out that we need to know about? That you can talk about, obviously.
No.
Yeah, man, we've been basically releasing new products almost every day for the past month or so. Nothing amazing, you know.
Yeah.
We released like 3 new DI systems last week. There's a new Sorbo channel out. That new pink and yellow rubber. We've been adding a lot of solar panel cleaning stuff. A lot of those like rotating brushes. We have like 50 or 60 new those type of things coming in.
Later, Damien.
A lot of different high-rise type of stuff, different ropes, belts, endless swag, different kind of chemicals, stuff like that. Nothing like crazy, just widening the lineup quite a bit. We're maxed out. We moved into that place like less than 2 years ago, and we're looking for another place already.
Shut up.
Really? A bigger one or a secondary one?
Yeah.
A
A
secondary warehouse
or a bigger one?
We're going to try to move into a 40,000 square foot place across the street from us within the next year.
Man, I couldn't imagine moving all that shit.
Didn't you? No, you guys just remodeled what you're in now, right?
We moved into the place we're in now, 20,000 square feet. Well,
I'm saying you guys did some remodeling to it before you moved in, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I was over there for like 2 or 3 months getting the place set up before everybody else moved in. But it was like June 21 we moved in there.
Well, good for you, man.
Yeah, busy.
Good for you.
We just have a lot of shit we want to make, all different stuff, and like we want to expand, manufacturing production area and just be making more of our own stuff.
Makes
sense. That's probably the best way to go.
Yeah, 100%. It's like it just ends up being easier for us to make stuff because we can get an idea, 3D print something, and
off to the races.
Yeah, run with it.
Yeah. That's exciting, man.
Control cost, control flow. I mean, sounds to me like a home run.
Well, you know, outside of maybe possibly Ep.313 and Sorbo, I mean, the other big name in window cleaning. I mean, some of that stuff is just like secondary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got like IPC, who's the biggest overall because they do all sorts of vacuum cleaners and stuff. Right. And then you have Unger, Ep.313, Sorbo, and then it's just 200 random brands.
Yeah,
make one thing.
Right.
That Mormon stuff sells a lot, though. I mean, I see everybody uses that.
Oh, it's yeah. Like that we sold. I think I posted some stats when people were complaining about Mormon.
You did.
Yeah, it was like we sold 42,000 Mormon SKUs last year, and it had the lowest defect and return rate of any other brand.
That's because most people just throw it away.
I
didn't say that.
I do like.
I would like to know. Sure. I would like to know. In all fairness, I would like to know. I mean, it's probably a stat that you probably can't track, or maybe you could. But I would like to know how much of that is the Ep.313 and the fucking whoop-de-whoop handle 2.0 combo that you have.
Oh, that's.
I mean, that had to.
Yeah, that's like the second best selling thing in that collection. Yeah,
I was gonna say because I know there's not very many guys out there. I think I may be one of the only ones that I see that do social media besides Tim that doesn't use that combo. Like everybody uses it. I'm just not a fan of that hump in the center of the handle.
I don't like that as a hand tool for sure.
I'm just not a fan of it in my hand. I think it's awesome on a pole, just as long as you're not using their channel. I mean, if you use a different channel in it, with that flick pad, that has saved me on more than one occasion. However, using it in my hand, locked or not locked, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm just not. The angle is just off to me. The angle is off to me. It just feels weird in my hand. You know what I mean? And I could do the same thing with the Ep.313 deal. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Like Mormon is really one of the only companies other than like Maker that's rolling out like new stuff regularly. Mm-hmm. And the market has changed quite a bit since I got into it 25 years ago. I got in
Chris, let's be real. What about that angle changing mop? There is absolutely no. I'm trying to figure out when I would use that.
Angle changing mop, the Mormon thing?
Yeah, the one that you can pivot the mop cover up and down, like a 0 degree adjustable.
Remember now, he sells these tools.
Yeah, no, I understand.
They recalled that after like 2 weeks of being launched because some broke, so that's not even selling right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that there would be a particular situation for it, but they just take a lot of feedback from window cleaners, and if people ask them to make something, they'll roll it out and try it.
Yeah.
So they're willing to experiment and try new ideas. Which I'm down. Because like Ep.313, is awesome, and they have the best rubber.
I'm super excited for Maker's next round of releases. I'm excited for everyone to geek out over all that stuff they're doing. So I'm excited about that. But you're right. There's only a couple of companies that are like Maker and Mormon that are putting stuff out. You know, that's like trying new things, trying new stuff.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean that's like I get. Like, you'll see me get kind of like irritated in pro when people just talk shit against Maker and Mormon, and like I get it, but like they're the only like if you want new things to play with, people need to experiment. People need to try ideas.
Right.
Like it, don't buy it.
Right. I think Maker's the biggest knock against Maker is the price of the shit that they're selling. You know what I mean? I understand that, but you know, I think you know like there's people. Like, I was kind of use this analogy. There's some guys that will go to Harbor Freight and buy a set of tools, and there's guys that will have the Snap-on truck come to their garage. You know, it's just, there's two different kinds of people out there. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, you'd rather use this or you'd rather... I mean, it doesn't make the product that they're selling any inferior or not worth... I mean, it's clearly not inferior. You know what I mean? It might not be your cup of tea, but it's made right.
Well, and all these newer products are most likely enticing to the newer window cleaner. You know, wanting to get better at his craft.
Right.
Or sees a fancy handle that does something different. But the old dogs, including you, TJ, you've been in it long enough. Mm-hmm. We like what we like.
Yeah, there's things that are out on the market that I mean, and Chris has been gracious enough to send me things to test out and do review videos on. You know, I don't really do that anymore, but you know, there's just some things that I just do not fucking. You know, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I'm just at the point in window cleaning where it's like, dude, they're like. With the Mormon channel thing, like when I did a week with Mormon and I used all Mormon products for the whole week, dudes were super mad at me. You know what I mean?
Crying.
He
went home and cried.
Dude, there were people, I mean, my comments, they were so mad at me. But it's just, I don't, like, I see what you're saying, like it would help the blue things on the end, helps the detail, but I can do that with my regular old brass Ep.313 channel with nothing cut off the ends. It's just technique. I'm just good. You suck.
Shit is fucking trash.
Yeah, bro. That's it too.
Well, like take that Maker thing you mentioned for a minute. Like, you know, we all know the guys at Maker, and we can all say nobody's getting rich over there, right?
No.
You know, they're just trying to make it. They're just trying new ideas. They're just trying to do stuff. So the stuff is more expensive, but I would say it's probably definitely higher quality. You know, you look at what it is, and if people want like new things to play with and new efficiencies in the market, you know, people need to be allowed to have the space to explore new ideas and try things. And when you're not, you know, the Maker stuff isn't mass produced like everything else, so there's not really that economy of scale. So of course things are going to be a little bit more, and if it's not for you, don't buy it. I get it. You know?
It's, I mean, a lot of it, I mean, even though it is being semi-mass produced, it's still being made by hand. It's not an automated process. It's being stitched.
Dude, I don't care what anybody says.
Hand.
I got a silencer that's 4 to 5 years old now.
Yeah.
And I rinsed it out today because I kept a polish bottle in it, and it got all nasty. I'm like, I need to rinse this thing out, and it's sitting in the back of my truck, looking good as new. You know,
it's being stitched and glued by hand, not made in a sweatshop.
Right. I can understand. Right. There are some guys out there that are like, they want to, and I don't know what possesses these guys to do this, but they will fill their buckets up. Their hip buckets with water, which I'm not a huge. I've never been.
Well, I should bucket on a belt. Why can't I put water in it?
I should be able to put 3 gallons of water in this thing, but it's spilling everywhere. I mean, so I
think a great idea is you put a kickstand on it too.
I could see where, you know, the Grackle would be a good answer to that, so guys can, you know, walk around with more water in it. But outside of that gripe, I just don't see Like, the only thing I ever see is like, oh, you're going to pay that much money for something? Like, why are you worried about what somebody else is doing?
If you're an electrician, go buy a pair of Klein strippers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For $80 for a pair of wire strippers. Mm-hmm. You want to do it on a professional level, you got to have good shit. The way I look at it.
You don't have to have.
It
good
doesn't
shit.
do a better job. It just lasts forever.
It just lasts forever. Like
I didn't
Mark
pay
said,
$80 for my Climbware strippers.
My
Walmart rubber fake bitch.
My silencer's probably older than Mark's.
You know, we'll sell everything.
Right. My silencer's older than Mark's. I still have my original, very first one that he made me with the over the belt deal. You know what I mean? I still have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's, you know, the only reason why I'm not using it right now is because I was given one of the very first overseas production models to, they're like, use this at all times. To, you know, just to a stress test, essentially. I stress test the first one. So,
yeah.
I've had no issues with that one either. So, you know, I don't get the wet leg from it, guys. Like I said, you just put too much water in it, man.
Dude, my silencer
that's
is
all.
Where the
Ring
mop
your
handle,
mop out. Ring your mop out.
Where the mop
dude.
handle goes in, the stitching across the top is opening up a little bit. It's not, the stitching isn't open, but it just wore that.
It just wore. Yeah, it's wore that Cordex.
You know what? I look at it like
it's just wear and tear.
I don't need to replace it yet. And you know what? That mop's been in and out of there 500,000 times. What do I? You know what I'm saying? I had no complaints with that equipment. None.
It's never been an issue. I mean, I think I got mine in 2019. I'm still using it. It's
right.
5 years old. Yeah.
So
I mean, but it's, to me, it's buy what you want.
Yeah.
Buy what you want to get for your guys. Who cares?
It's just like just like Ford and Chevy, and guys are it's just like Ford and Chevy. Guys are gonna.
Do you know how many trad poles I've bought? Because I've lost like 3 of them. Because I'm a moron. Like I've bought like 6
Dude,
trad
I tell you what, I still got my very first one, the black one. I still have that bitch. That's my favorite pole. I don't see why you just don't make them like
I got
that.
the first one. I got the first black one Chris sent me. Yeah. And you can the sun, it sparkles because the glue is carbon is starting to expose.
Mine too. Mine too.
But they don't owe me nothing.
No.
I still love it. It's worn in like an old pair of shoes.
Yeah, that motherfucker is gangster to this day.
Yep.
To this day.
Yep.
To this day.
Hey man, can you review the Dr. Angle? Sure, it's thick and it's black.
Jacob, do you live under power lines?
Like, fuck you, Jacob. I don't know what else to say about the Dr. Angle, man. It's thick and it's black. I mean, I felt like that was a good review.
It's a great review.
I got all that shit, you know what I mean? I was like, Chris was like, I want to do a review of the Mormon tools. He's like, fucking, you know, I get all this shit, and I don't know what to do with this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's like I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, I don't know. It's thick and it's black.
What do I do?
I don't know. I wish I could fucking be cooler, but I'm not, dude. I'm just not. I just have to be me. You know what I mean? That's all I can do.
You're pretty cool, man. Don't worry.
I try. You know what I mean?
Not everyone can be Steve-O.
Yeah, not everyone's that cool. He called me today. I missed his call, though. I was upset about it. I come in from the barbecuing some steaks, and I have this phone call from Colorado. I'm like, damn! It's very rare you get a call from Steve-O. He left me a very nice, polite Steve-O voice message. It was great.
Damn, I only get to talk to him like once a month.
That's the first time he's actually. I haven't talked to him on the phone since last year. So you talk to him more than I do. You know what I mean? He's a hard guy to pin. He's like fucking stuck in the Stone Age, Chris. He's voxing me and shit. I'm like, listen, bro.
Vox out.
Vox out, dude. You gotta like listen. I canceled my membership to Voxer, dude. I can't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see these. Like, if I got an email that said Steven Richardson sent you a Voxer message, and I'm like, oh man, don't send me those.
I get those once a week, and then I'll like just Facebook message the person a screenshot of the email and say, "I'm out, bro. What's up?"
I'm out, bro. Yeah. It's not me anymore. I'm not doing it anymore, man.
You guys are cool.
I talked to Luke last week. He sounded so happy. He was at the gun store.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And he was very chipper. He's supposed to, he wants to come on the show. We just got to figure out when. You know what I mean? Everybody's busy. You know what I mean? You were supposed to come on months ago.
Dude, I was
got like the super sickness.
Yeah, man. Like in the past year, I've been sick more than I've been like in the previous 20 years. I got so messed up last summer. Like I got like Lyme's disease and I got misdiagnosed. And I was on all like 4 different antibiotics for 12 weeks, totally blew out my gut biome.
Yeah.
It was when I had this like 100-day cough thing. I was just like, I felt totally fine, but was just like all the time. It sucked.
Dude, Lyme's disease is no joke. My dad got it like 15 years ago. They like caught it early, and he still gets fucked up from some like to this day. It's like it never really leaves your system once it's in there.
It really messed me up. I was shocked. And I got like chigger bites. You ever hear of chiggers?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I slept out in the woods and I woke up and I had like 90 dots on my body that were so itchy, and man, that sucked too. It was just like this whole year of sickness.
What'd you do to get rid of them?
Took another antibiotic. They lasted.
Yeah, whenever we were kids, like my grandmother would take freaking clear nail polish and put over all the bites.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to get judged.
Yeah,
hillbilly shit. I love it.
Shut up, dickhead.
Yeah, well,
see, that's why I didn't say nothing, because Seth's an asshole.
No, it's like putting tussin on everything.
Sounds like I'm from a family of learned doctors.
Listen, my grandma used to bathe herself in witch hazel. Like, that was like, if you fucking like did anything, if there was anything wrong with you, witch hazel. Put witch hazel on her.
A nail polish remover bottle looking thing?
Yeah. She used to put it on bruises and like insect bites, like, you know, it cures what ails you, big dog. Like, I feel like that's what's missing from my life is like a low dose through the skin witch hazel, you know what I mean? Because grandma was just like dumping that shit on me, you know what I mean? And then my life went to shit as soon as she stopped dumping witch hazel on me, you know, and I feel like...
You just need to get like one of those diffusers and pour that shit into it and just let it go.
While I'm sleeping, dude. Breathe it in, brother. Hell yeah, dude.
What is witch hazel like? Like, I've never even...
It's the essence of the witch, man. It comes out of fucking...
It's the hazel of a witch. You didn't know?
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Motherfucker, what does it smell like?
Well, you think someone with a head the size of Squidward's fucking house would have a brain big enough in there to figure out which witch hazel is, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hear what's everyone's like what's your take on I don't know.
Hey Siri, remind me to send TJ a case of witch hazel.
Right?
Whatever, dudes. You guys are dickheads, man. Fuck you guys. Whatever, dude. Next time you get chigger bites, rub some witch hazel on it. Call me in the fucking morning, tough guy. I tell you what, I bet you that shit works. You'll still have your gut biome, and you won't be itching anymore, brother. I'm telling you, brother. You know
I'm never going in the woods again. So.
I'm never going in the woods again. I want to, dude, I was talking to Jennifer, and, you know, I want to go out west. I want to see where can I go to see the stars the way you're supposed to see them?
My buddy Steve just came back from Arizona at a stargazing camping site.
Okay.
And you should see the freaking photos he got, dude. They're wild. I'll flick you a couple of them.
Uh-huh.
I'll send you the address to this place. It's just basically this camping site where there's just like no light pollution, and it's made for looking at stuff. Looks so sick.
I want to do that so bad. Like me and Jennifer were talking. I think that'd be so dope.
There's a place in Pennsylvania that does that too.
Now we have down in southern Ohio in the National Forest. We stayed at a state campground in the National Forest, but the tree cover is so ridiculous. But if you could find an opening and look up, it's unbelievable. And it's not even as good as
find a range of like where no cities, like no major light pollution.
I just thought it'd be a question to ask real quick. You know, I
was in a place in New Mexico.
I thought I was in the midst of learned doctors.
No, I've been in a place in New Mexico when I did that road trip across the country, and I can't remember the name of the town. I'll have to ask my wife, and it was the same. The sky was like insane. You didn't realize like
Seth is the coolest fucking dude, man. You know what else I would like to see? The Northern Lights.
Yeah, there was like no lights. We're in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. It was sweet.
New Mexico, okay. Mark, hey, listen. Mark, are you as cool as Seth or no?
I'm cooler than Seth.
Oh, okay.
Mark has been a lot of places, like 14 Cody Jenks concerts.
Dude. I haven't been a lot of places. Actually, I've been to Texas.
I'm gonna tell you. I don't.
He's
know.
seen the reformed version of Leonard Skinner about over 2 dozen times.
I don't want to say this and make it sound disingenuous, but the other day I actually got on iTunes and I listened to a couple Cody Jenks songs. I wanted to know what it was all about. You know what I mean? I'm like, what am I missing? Am I missing Cody Jenks? It's not bad. It's not bad, Mark. I'll give you that. He's not bad.
Dude, I went to that. We went to a concert while we were in Jacksonville.
Better than that fucking new No Shoes Nation bullshit you got behind your head.
Yeah, that's my wife. But we went. It was Cody Jenks and who else? The big fat guy, not Jelly Roll. Another fat guy. Almost as fat.
Almost as fat.
Who was it? Huh?
Is it Chris Stapleton? He's
no, I think
Chris Stapleton's fat. He's
just
kind
of you, Seth.
Well, another one of the new. He sounds like a boy band country to me. That's why I didn't like it.
Boy band country.
Yeah.
Luke Combs? Is that the?
Yeah,
Luke Combs. Yeah.
Fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Every song, and I knew a lot of the songs, are identical. Yeah. Every one of them. Yeah. They're identical. And let me tell you another thing. But the cheesy part of it was, you know how like you go to a concert and they got screens up? Okay, so before Luke Combs comes on, advertising for Luke Combs sunglasses, advertising for Luke Combs bar in Tennessee. Luke Combs wears Columbia. I'm like, this is a fucking shakedown here. You know what I'm saying? Get pictures of the concert, screen this queer code, and get pictures for $14.95. You know, I'm like, no.
You are, but yeah. Here.
Mark, have you ever seen the Leonard Skinner Memorial where they cry?
I've never been to Macomb, Mississippi. That's where they put the memorial up. Yeah.
I drove past it a couple months ago.
But I did fulfill my bucket list when JT went to Jacksonville. JT, we're sitting in the welding school, right, and filling out all the paperwork and everything, and I looked up online where the grave sites are. I was 8 miles away, and I go, Kate, and she's like, we're coming back, don't worry. So we went up a day early, went to all the grave sites, it's like a full day thing, where they wrote all the music, and, you know, and everything else.
Oh, you went to that house?
The Hell House, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, the property is still there.
I watched a documentary about Leonard Skinner.
The dock where Sweet Home Alabama was written.
Yeah, that's cool,
it's
man.
Surreal. I'm not kidding you. There's energy there that is just amazing, you know. So
Chris Thomas wants to know if Wayne pumps are still viable as pressure boosters.
Yeah, it's not going to last long.
There you go. There's your answer. I hope you're happy.
Do you have a suggestion?
Need to get a couple seasons out of them, you know?
Yeah. All those pumps, I don't care what you pay, especially when you get into, if you're doing even on the skids, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
12-volt pump, I buy the cheapest one.
12-volt pump has a lifespan.
They're disposable.
No matter what, because you're asking it to do what it's really not designed to do.
Yeah.
These pumps, most of the time, are in boating and yachting. Or RV, and you're gonna wash your hands 3 minutes.
Intermittent use.
Yeah, when you run them for 8 to 10 hours, that's why anyone who asks me, I suggest the bypass pumps, and they're like, but they run all the time. I go, but what fails on the other pumps are the pressure switches. Yeah. Well, you could replace it. Are you really going to replace that? No, you're going to buy another one.
When my pressure switch goes, I just get rid of it.
Yeah,
and it just runs nonstop. So what I've been doing,
bypass pump, and it's almost 2 years old, and it run every Thursday. Tomorrow, it's going to run 7 to 8 hours at this country club, and it don't give me a lick of problem. I have a spare one on my shelf, and if it goes, it goes.
I have a quality farm and fleet fucking pump. You guys know the brand of pumps I use from the Tractor Supply Company. And the only problem I was having with them is they would rattle the pump would rattle apart. So it's screwed in through the plastic. So what I did is I just pulled the screws out and fucking ran a drill bit all the way through the shoulder of the other side and fucking through bolted every single one of them.
Put Loctite on them.
And then fucking nut and bolted the fucker together. And I've had the same pump for 9 months now. No problems. No problems.
I bought everything from $300 to $400 Delavan pumps.
Well, I have that. Yeah. I have that pump you told me to buy. That one I have to switch all the shit out for. That's still sitting on the shelf.
The one he said he would buy back from you.
Yeah.
That you never sent me. I sent you the money. Where's my pump?
Come on, man. I figure I have a 12-volt pump. In case I want to throw bleach on something one of these days. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
you will drastically reduce the life of that pump doing that.
Oh yeah. Without question, But it's probably just going to sit where it is until somebody asks for it.
That's the big problem is honestly, we built Jason's skid with 12-volt pumps, and we got a 90 PSI pump to run the membrane. And it's making almost, 1.5, 2 gallons a minute into the tank, but it's killing that. I mean, they draw high amperage when they start to build the pressure, and even with upgraded wiring and everything, then you add relays, you still have failures.
Yeah.
Nothing is perfect, and that's why I figured keep it simple, that anyone can just play something.
That's why I kind of been sticking with what I've got. I've got wire connectors. I've got everything's. All I have to do is pull one off and put one right back in, plug it back in.
Right.
I've got it in behind the seat of my truck. So if this one goes while I'm on a job, I'll just swap it out real quick.
The worst thing is if they go down. They don't give you warning that they're going to go down. They just go down.
They just stop.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. All right, I'm done.
All I did was I put a ball valve in where
That's
the
smart.
water was coming out.
Yeah.
And then I used pressure washing quick connects. They fit on the.
Perfect.
Yeah, you just unplug, plug, go. You're done in like.
Yeah, because it's all half
inch.
inch.
Like 2 years though, after you guys had kind of told me I should release the pressure out of the pump.
Yeah.
I haven't had an issue since I've done that.
I told you that's what it is,
You're
man.
so smart.
They sit under
I'm not
pressure.
smart.
If you're using a 12-volt fucking pump to fucking pump your water and it just goes intermittent, the fucking deal.
Surging.
When you shut it off, just let it run until the pressure's gone. You know what I mean? Let that pressure drop in it, because if you let it sit under pressure, that fucking switch fails every time.
I gotta say this.
And if you do that, if you let me finish, if you do that, when the pressure switch does fail, it will fail open and not closed.
Yeah.
Because since I started doing that, now if now when the pressure switch goes and it doesn't run intermittent, build up pressure stop, Once it stops doing that, it's always fails open for some reason. I don't know.
It's like it's going like my sphincter. It just let go and it went everywhere.
You know that? What's that Unger N-Light pad that came out? That Unger N-Light pad.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That thing's rad,
The first thing I ditched was ditch the microfiber. For me, salty windows and they're hot.
Yeah.
Don't like the microfiber. It doesn't flush out. But I cut two pieces of white pad and put it on there. And that rinse bar on that Unger thing is next level, dude. That thing is bad. You turn that thing sideways, it sheets all the way to the bottom before you even make your pass. I mean, they did their homework on that. The only thing I don't like about it is, as I've mentioned, when you take it off the glass, and I guess you don't have to rinse with it on the glass, it goes wherever it wants. There's no preload on the swivel.
It's like a limp dick.
Yeah. That was also my only gripe with it. My review I did of it. That's the only thing that bugs me about it.
Yeah.
Is that you'll fiddle fucking around with it trying to get it on the next piece of glass to lay flat. You know what I mean? But I just use the old fucking, what's his name, Mike Nichols pad.
Mike's is great too.
Yeah, I just use that.
I
use it with an aluminum rinse bar and I drag it across the glass until it flops down. Fuck it. Make scratches everywhere I go. I didn't sign that scratch waiver, so fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call Chris is in trouble later.
Yeah, if you use like a white pad or a walnut pad on those things, you could rinse much better on the glass because the microfiber like prevents it, whereas like the water will run behind.
And it just glides like ice on the glass.
It's like ice.
Yeah.
And like Chris was saying, you rinse it on the glass. It allows there's room for the water to move.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of it hitting the microfiber and kind of rolling over, it's it's traveling through.
Right.
Use a solenoid instead of relays. I won't let the 12 volt overheat and burn the pressure switch. Is what John Sacco said. That whatever I just mumbled right there is what John typed. So what's gonna happen,
Use a solenoid instead of relays. It won't let the 12 volt overheat and burn the pressure switch.
You guys.
That's not necessarily true. The problem is most solenoids, are not constant duty solenoids. They're made to turn over a vehicle.
You said constant duty.
Right, they're not constant duty. I have an oil-filled one on my skid now that's constant duty, and so far it's holding up, and I'm not killing relays. But you got to get the right solenoid. If you just go buy a cheap solenoid at the automotive that's made to crank a car for 10 seconds, it's not going to last with a 12-volt pump.
Mark Tanner's the smartest man in the world. In case
no, I'm not, but I figure shit out because I spent
whatever, Mark. You're the smartest dude I know.
Fail. You learn from your failure.
You fail.
Oh my gosh.
Fail.
I'm not a fan of failing.
Chris knows exactly what I'm talking about. Mark figures shit the fuck out.
Mark knows, man. Yeah, dude. Mark is a tough problem cracker.
Yes, dude.
Good, dude. It's awesome.
Not a solver, but a cracker.
Cracker. You're a problem cracker, bro.
You could say Mark rules.
Mark rules. There you go.
Right. It's a good thing I did that. It was just a joke, and I'm like, that's a good thing I wrote on the box.
Oh, Doyle rules.
I want to know. From all you learned doctors here, man, what's going to happen, dude? I mean, the election's coming up.
We don't talk about stuff like that.
There's aliens flying in and out of the ocean. There's Jewish space lasers. I mean, the economy, the dollar is worth like 38 cents now. Like, what's getting ready to happen, dude?
Chaos.
I think they're gonna.
The summer's gonna come. The heat's gonna percolate. The people are gonna be in the street protesting about this or that. There's definitely gonna be another incident with a saint. Are
we having a prediction from Chris Stradamus?
Yeah. It's gonna be chaos. It's the year of chaos. It's gonna get. Come June, when it starts to get hot and people are out of school, they're going to be fiddling around in the streets breaking things.
Yeah.
It's coming. You could just feel it. You could feel it percolating.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of unrest come November in this country.
And most of it will be manufactured.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like if you look at
it's going to be paid for. It's going to be paid for. Yeah.
It's manufactured.
Yeah.
It isn't special.
What do you guys think about all this P. Diddy shit?
No Diddy.
The Diddler?
The Diddler.
The P. Diddler. I know, I think finally the worship of
finally, The Rock has come back!
Come back to TJ. No, I think, like, the veil of, like, thinking celebrities are cool and, like, giving a shit is gone. And they're just, like, people are seeing the gross human beings they are. Like, celebrity worship seems to be, like, kind of dying off, which is a good thing, I think. And
I think he's.
No, I just know we ain't gonna be smooth sailing into November.
You want to be famous? You got to go down and walk down to the corner store with that Cambodian lady and get me a pint of the finest Cambodian breast milks.
And which is it?
And Witch Hazel, man, fuck you guys. I knew I shouldn't have said nothing.
Did I need you to go buy that Jewish jelly?
I knew I shouldn't have said a
Give me some of that bread.
I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut.
Don't forget the cake.
Jacob,
I'm gonna get random messages about fucking Witch Hazel now.
Right.
Fuck, dude. I'm gonna witch hazel's gonna start showing up at my house, dude.
Right. Chris, send him some witch hazel.
It's already the Amazon drone deliveries.
Right. Put it in your wash water, dude.
Fuck off, man. You guys are not good peoples. You guys aren't nice to me. I honestly am semi nervous / prepper mode for some reason. I've been we had a pantry. My grandma used to keep it as a pantry, but it turned into where we just stored all the shit that we don't want. You know what I mean? And I just recently cleaned it out and started using it, stocking it again. I'm
the only
actually
thing stock is ammunition.
Well, this is the thing. I have enough ammunition to get me more ammunition, and you know what I mean. I have enough food to wait out all the zombies that start eating each other because McDonald's is closed. You know what I mean? I have enough.
He's figured out the life expectancy on a carton of cigarettes, so he's stockpiling cigarettes.
Nope, I got pipe tobacco if I need to.
Anything longer than 30 days, we're all fucked
And then
anyway.
he's
It's
buying
just what it is.
Yeah, I think so too. I
get preppers unless you got some kind of sick spot. The average prepper living in a neighborhood, you don't want to live. If it's going to be super apocalyptic, just fucking take me, please. I got stress living in this modern society. I don't need to be out there fighting every day. Just whatever. Yeah. just get it over with, I don't want to suffer for 3 years fucking eating my neighbors.
I'm a firm believer that if something like that was to happen, it's best to just put a fucking book bag together of all the things you're going to have, like Monster and cigarettes. There you go. I stole your joke, Jacob. Now you're going to have to come up with another one. If something you're going to have to be mobile anyways. You have to be mobile. If you want to survive, you're going to need to be mobile and able to scavenge any fucking way. Anyway. Sitting if you unless you've got money to have an underground fortress, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Like Mark and Seth.
You're fucked.
Like Mark and Seth.
You remember that dude Tucker Max from 20 years ago? He wrote those funny books I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell.
That was a good movie.
I've heard.
Was that a movie too?
He turned it into a movie. It was funny.
So yeah.
Anyway, he was just on Tucker Carlson a week or two ago. Highly recommend you check out that episode. He's kind of flipped his, what he talks about, and he's kind of a survival prepper type guy now.
Uh-huh.
Super interesting. And he's talking about how it's nowadays, it's you don't want just some place to hide out at forever. You don't want a cabin in the woods. You need to be in community with other people that are doing this same kind of thing, So you got this guy raising this guy that's raising that, this guy that's doing the milk.
Yeah.
Right.
Super interesting. Worth checking out if you like it.
Well, just think about the way things were before our society was refrigerated and electrified. I mean, we pretty much were communal people anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, not that long ago, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so...
you dried everything out with salt.
It only makes sense. You're only going to be able to live off of canned beans for so long. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's not going to work forever.
We think about it. Society can collapse in a week. Take away the power grid, take away the internet. In a week, they'll be killing each other in the streets.
Not the No Shoes Nation, Mark. Sorry.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, the people in major cities dead.
What? Yeah. Are you kidding? Anarchy, dude. Anarchy.
You're trapped. It's the problem.
No, man, it's gonna be like fucking Kurt Russell and fucking Escape from New York and shit.
Dude, I liked Escape from LA. That was my favorite one. It was good as shit.
There's gonna be some guy with them.
There, right? You could escape right into Alabama.
Yes, I'm about an hour and a half from the
it's pretty popular,
Alabama Florida line.
I remember I was there a couple of years ago and almost saw you.
You stood me up.
I tried to hang out with Jacob, hit him up, he blew me off.
Jacob was busy stealing hamburger.
I would gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today.
It's basically
purple shapes.
Chris offered to take you out to eat and you didn't go?
No, yeah, I was gonna go. He canceled on me. He's like, yeah, my wife doesn't want to do anything. Sorry.
He probably looked at your profile picture and said, "No way I can afford to feed that motherfucker."
Oh, elbow cough, whatever. Luke, the window cleaner. When are you gonna come on the podcast, you fucking jerk?
Yeah.
That's not. I thought that's like the dab thing, like the kids do.
Oh, maybe he is dabbing. Maybe he's doing a fucking whoop-de-whoop. Maybe that's what he meant. I don't know.
The bum burglar.
I just think it's funny because I talked to him 2 weeks ago and he was like, man, I ain't fucking YouTube. Everybody keeps asking me if I'm coming back. Blah, 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 blah. And then like 2 weeks later, like 15 fucking YouTube shorts later, I'm like, hey. I commented, I was like, it's really weird how you're not back. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm glad that he's making some videos. I like to, not even so much because I like his content because it's helpful or anything. I just like seeing him. You know, that's it. That's all. I just like to know that you're
47 steps later.
Elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough.
This is the only like YouTube channel that I have like, you know, the alert button on.
Yes. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
And like a month ago, I saw pop on my phone one day, and I almost fell over. I was like,
that's pretty. Hey, did Chris just admit that he doesn't have alerts on for our fucking podcast? What a piece of shit!
I don't have alerts on for anything.
He said I'm not back. Okay,
I don't get subscribers. I just ride the algorithm.
Right.
Oh god, that's a terrifying move. I used to do that, and you're like the sidebar challenge. 2.5 hours later, you're like, Jesus Christ, what am I watching?
Yeah, no.
Luke is the only dude that I have notifications turned on for. When Luke posts, I know that he's done it. And my shit's been going off quite a bit lately. I think it's awesome. Oh, no, Luke and Vice Grip Garage, and what's his name? Shit. The fat guy off that's always on Kill Tony. David Lucas, I have his alerts on too because I think David Lucas.
That dude's funny, man.
He's hilarious. So, you know, those are the only three I have my alerts turned on for.
MSSP, 8-Bit Guy, and this channel. That's it.
I love you, Seth. You said the right thing there. You're a good guy.
No, it's true. I have it on alert. I watch it in the car illegally while I'm driving.
You know what Mark does now? Mark will go back and like the last 20 of my videos in like one shot. I'm like, shit, I just had a viral TikTok boom, and I go and it's just Mark. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, because you complain that I watch your videos and I don't
like them.
So I sat on the couch and I liked 300 of your videos. You know what's fucking? He does. I had to look at every asshole window cleaner trying to clean a window because it says, "Oh, Mark likes window cleaners. Let's show him some fucking videos." You know.
Well, you don't.
I don't do that TikTok thing as much anymore. It's the same.
You don't like my videos, Mark?
I like your videos. If I see your video, I always like it.
Do I do good? Do I do a good job?
I like the ones that I don't have to turn the volume down, that the N word is flowing out great.
I do that on purpose. Purpose. That's my favorite thing to do on TikTok. Is use as many songs with as many expletives as possible.
Yeah.
I want white people to be like all of my dad's buddies and my aunts and uncles and like my cousins. They all follow me on TikTok, so I like them to be super uncomfortable when they watch shit. You know what I mean? I want it to be very uncomfortable.
I mean, I don't look at TikTok. It's like it's too good, the algorithm. Like I'll like put it on my phone for like 1 second and then delete it and reinstall it like 6 months later. Dude, I'll reinstall it, and the first video it shows me is like, oh yeah, Jesus was definitely riding dinosaurs around. It's like, fucking, how does it know I want to see that?
Listen, how are you gonna know when they're attacking with the Jewish space lasers unless you have TikTok, dude? That's what I want to know.
Man, my TikTok algorithm is screwed from the videos that me and TJ sent each other. I have lots of disability.
It took me weeks to stop seeing stuff that you freaking sent me.
I got you. Hey, Jacob, I got you, brother. I'll send you some. I'm gonna fuck your algorithm up again.
On TikTok?
What's that?
Have you seen any of the AI songs on TikTok about like a guy trying to split up his poop with his pee? Yeah. It's
I
so
glued
funny.
my
Man.
balls to my butthole
Yeah.
again.
That's
Steve O's been sending those to me. Steve O's been sending those to me. Like I just get a random Steve O TikTok, and it's something about somebody's butthole or some shit like that. I'm like, what the
He's
fuck?
glued his balls to his butthole.
Yeah. I'm like, Steve, what's going on, brother? Luke loves UR videos. Thanks, buddy. Jewish space lasers, man. I don't know, dudes.
Pew, 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 pew,
I don't know, dude.
I know, son.
Do you believe in direct energy weapons? Do you think we're being microwaved in our sleep? I think so.
Of course.
I think so. I think they're releasing after that storm we had last August, dude. There's no question they're manipulating the weather. Sorry.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, dude. They admit that. That you could just that's freely admitted.
Last August, Ohio legitimately had an inland hurricane, a 24-hour inland hurricane. It lightning and rained and the wind blew for over 16 hours straight. It did not stop. I'm not shitting you.
What do you mean inland? Like how far inland off the water?
Listen, I don't live nowhere near the ocean. It's just a lake. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get hurricanes in Ohio. I'm not saying that it was. It was like technically an inland hurricane, but it just seemed like it. You know what I mean? It did not stop for 16 hours. Thunderstorm. It was like it never stopped. I've never seen anything like it. The lightning was unbelievable. I took a GoPro night shot where because you have to plug the GoPro in to the fucking wall because you can't do anything with a GoPro for longer than 30 fucking seconds because they're junk. But anyways, so I plugged it. They're pieces of shit. Fuck a GoPro. But anyways, I plugged it in, took a night. I'm shit you not. The whole night shot. It's just bang, 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 bang. It looked like World War II. It was insane. And we were without power for 3.5, almost 4 fucking days, man.
What month was that?
August.
Really?
I posted TikToks about it and everything. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Like, the old folks around here, like, you know, they're like, I didn't think it was ever going to stop. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen weather like that before, ever. And this guy here, Chris Thomas, Southwest Michigan, had tornadoes yesterday. The amount of tornadoes and shit, it's insane, dude. Our weather where I live is different. It's off.
Later, Luke.
It's off. Later, Luke. Yeah, we're about to close her out here anyways. But yeah, dude, crazy weather. I don't know, man. I think the sun's at solar something or other. We got the El Niños and the El Chapos all at the same time, brothers.
They are definitely playing with the weather, and they have been for a long time.
Well, then they just flooded Dubai, didn't they? Oops,
yeah, that was like.
Didn't they wash Dubai away?
They do regular daily cloud seeding there, you know, and I guess what happened, what I was reading was like there was just like a down pressure, low pressure zone while they did that, and it was like, oops, too much.
Right, just yeah,
move away type of deal, you know.
Mike Nichols is under a tornado warning right now. The sirens have gone off here several times, and it's fucking the first week of May. I'm just saying, it's strange.
Nader warning. Ralph
I
Nader
will have
warnings.
to look, but I'm pretty sure. I'll look at my TikToks, Chris, and tell you the exact day, but so you can Google it. I'm fairly certain there's news. I've never seen a storm like that before. It was like when you looked at the radar out of the north, it was just like something was like, it was like a fucking smokestack of red just fucking nonstop coming at it. It was insane, dude.
If you got that video, like, if you know where that is at some point, flick that to me. I'd love to see it.
I will. Oh, I know I have the TikTok here somewhere. And the whatchamacallit, the actual footage itself, I'm sure is on my hard drive somewhere. But yeah, dude, absolute insanity, man. I'm trying to tell you guys.
I believe
We're all gonna die soon. It sucks, but you know that's just life. What can we do? You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Shit's tight.
When was it?
I like to tell myself.
The 24th. So it had to be the 23rd. Yeah, I found the TikTok. Just that night shot. It just. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, can you text me that?
It just boom, 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 and that's only like that's just a smidget of the video. It goes on forever. Unbelievable. It was like fucking like fireworks, man.
Is that the first time you guys ever had a hurricane come through Ohio?
It's not it wasn't a hurricane. I'm just relating it to one.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, because normally thunderstorms in my area, they will, you'll get a bunch blow through and then that's it. You know what I mean? Usually in the afternoon. You know, that's kind of like our weather cycle. Like you'll go all day, it'll be balls ass fucking hot. And then like between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, you might see a good thunderstorm and it'll roll through and then you're cool the rest, you know what I mean, till the next day, you know what I mean? But this was non-fucking stop, dude. For 12 hours, non-stop.
Wow.
The winds, there was no tornadoes that touched the ground, but what's that?
When last summer when there was those Canadian wildfires, could you see the stuff by you?
Dude.
Ash.
Dude, it was like fog. Like dense fog. I have pictures of that too. The sky was fucking orange and smoky.
I've been here for like a whole week.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, it was like weird hazy out for like a week here. It was weird. All blew through.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, dudes. It's scary. It's getting real scary. All we can do is clean windows, dude.
Right?
Well, I do.
That's all we can do. I tell you what, the ash did wonders for my window cleaning. I was cleaning all kinds of windows.
You gotta make that money somewhere.
Now, hopefully, the Jewish space lasers will start another forest fire, and I'll be able to clean more windows. The Iron Curtain. Dude, that whole situation there is crazy too, man. Like that, I think that's what's gonna end up happening. There's
100%.
That right there is the powder keg that's gonna blow.
And when you look at it, like I've looked at that situation for so many years, and like I don't understand it. I mean, I understand, but
it's super hard to understand.
Impossible to like pick a side. It's just like things just fucked.
I'm of the stance where Seth kind of takes. Like I don't really take a side because they both done fucked up shit to each other for eons. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I kind of feel like we should not be involved in that. You know what I mean?
Definitely
That's me personally, but it's Jerusalem, so Trump's gonna be like, yo, listen. But I feel like if Trump was in office, none of this shit would be happening.
No, it wouldn't have been.
I don't know if he has the power to stop Israel from messing with.
It doesn't matter. They wouldn't have attacked like they did. We got a guy walking around. Did you see the other day? Shit himself right on TV. Bitch stopped, put his hands out, made a face, and shit himself.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I saw
dude,
that. I saw that.
Listen, hey, T.
Anybody that's had as a kid knows exactly what he did.
Right. TJ, you know the look that.
I need to see that then.
You know that look that like Uriah would get on his face at 2.5 years old, and you're like, he just shit himself. That's what it was.
It's like that video of the guy talking to his kid. He's like, we're in California.
Like
you like California?
Yeah.
And this little kid goes, he's like, you taking a shit?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that TikTok, Chris? I need to find that one and send that one to you too. It's fucking hilarious, dude. I'll find it and send it to you. I like to curate a couple of.
When was around, like all the international stuff was real cool. Nobody messed around.
I think maybe possibly there are some things that dude is relatively good at. I don't know if they're so much afraid that he's going to do something. I think he's just good at talking to people and settling shit. You know what I mean? I think he's just a good businessman. He handles shit in a manner to where like a problem solver, not like fucking like pissing in the fucking wind. You know what I mean?
He casually walked into North Korea.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that is. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
Right.
there is that. there is that whole thing. He went in that. Like, there's only a couple of Americans that have been to North Korea, like Dennis Rodman and Donald Trump.
This motherfucker can't even walk across the stage without eating shit.
Just think about that. There's only a few dudes that's hung out with Kim, and that's fucking Dennis Rodman and Donald Trump. Just think about that.
Dude, there was
fucking
this
wild,
They actually have a lot in common.
The community, dude, the community, I have to send this to you. Community I live in is called the acreage. Everybody has at least an acre of property, right? And this lady puts up a picture of this big smashed clay potted plant by her electric gate, right? You can see she has a really nice house. And she goes, to the asshole that smashed my, backed in and smashed my planter, why don't you just come back and own up, because I have you on camera? So, dude, I took that Biden where he's falling on the bike and laid him on her driveway. Secret Service is standing there. That one I took a lot of time, so it looked real.
Dude,
is
listen.
this your camera?
Mark's fucking photoshops are like, listen, they're the best thing on the internet, and there's no logic to a man of his age being that good at that. Like, it makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Literally, everyone is hilarious.
Yes, they're so good, dude.
I have so much fun with that.
I miss the Bernie Sanders being in like every single.
I think it was you or Alex goes. You're the only one that keeps that motherfucker relevant.
Listen,
I'm like, yeah,
dude.
show up.
I'm telling you this right now. I don't know if it was some of Chris's family photos or Alex's family photos. Got posted. Yeah. Somebody posted pictures of Chris or Alex. I'm not exactly sure which one.
He took my family, my kids at a Christmas tree and like damn Bernie Sanders.
yes.
I'm showing my kids. I'm like, look how awesome this is, man.
Dude, I'm just going through Chris's pictures, and then in the comments, there's Mark with fucking. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Dude, Mark did that to my wedding photos.
I
sent the wedding photos because TJ asked for him in the group. Like 20 minutes later, he's like, Bernie's sitting in the audience, and he's like behind me. Like my first dance, he's over in the corner. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm glad
Mark?
Bernie Sanders wasn't around when fucking my grandpa died, when he put my grandpa in the fucking background of my YouTube video, my dead grandpa.
No one is safe from the Photoshop.
No photo is safe.
That one right there, like that Photoshop right there. I mean, Jennifer was upset. It was fucking funny because when he sent the fucking voice message, it said TJ. Yeah, I was just like, this fucking guy, man. He goes, I'm going to send, he prefaced it with, I'm going to send you something and I don't want you to be mad, but I've had it for a couple weeks and I just have to show you.
I get out on it for a while.
And then he sent it to me, and then I just like laugh out loud, and then he sent the TJ. I'm like, how can you be mad at Mark? You know what I mean? Like, you fucking asshole. Chris, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you coming on and having a chat with us.
Anytime, man. I love coming on. Love hanging.
You're great. You're great. Thanks for everything that you do for the window cleaning community. It's
absolutely
like the amount of dudes that have said this in the chat here is like everybody has said it. So I just want to reiterate it here. You guys do good things over there at thewintercleaner.coms.
They sure do.
Yeah, click the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio and buy shit from Chris, and that'll help our channel out at the same time. But thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll be back next week with probably nobody, and it'll probably just be Jacob eating Easter eggs like sunflower seeds. But it'll be gangster, though. It'll be fun. What? You're not gonna? You're going to. Hard-boiled eggs, I want to see you chewing on them like Easter eggs. You know what I'm talking about.